Sosa got a treatsies and he's on the couchies, huh, Bubba's? You want to see? Sosie? You want to see Sosie? There he is. There's Sosa's. There's my mama's right there. Since my son isn't here and his phone charger isn't plugged into this outlet, I can turn on this light. Okay, here we go. Hello. I hope you guys got notification that I was going live tonight. Hi, Donna. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Donna, I am getting so fat. It's disgusting. I've never been this fat, ever. Never. Except when I was pregnant. And we all know I'm not pregnant. But I am getting so friggin' fat. It's disgusting. I have never had a gut this big. I'm fat, girl. I'm fat. I'm fat. I've never been this fat in my life. Oh my gosh. I mean, just fat. Look at that. Fat. But you know what? I love my fat. If I would say, if I was like in a relationship, I would say more cushion for the pushing. Oh, I still got my sunglasses on. Today was the day. I got to leave a little bit early. I've taken Sosa on 2 walks so far. And it's gotten cooler outside tonight. It was still pretty warm today. I have a headache, though. I do have a headache. And I decided this weekend I'm getting my... If I don't get both done, my toenails and my nails, I'm at least getting my toenails done. I'm doing it. Damn it, I'm doing it. I am not screwing around anymore. I am doing it. Because, you know what? I deserve to get my nails done. I found a picture of my mama with my son. This date's wrong. 94. He wasn't alive in 94. But there's my mommy and my son when he was little. And then this was in 2003. And then there's me off to the side. That's when I had caramel colored hair. Yeah, that's my mommy. I had my nails done back there. That's because I was married and I got to do whatever I wanted. Hello. Hi. Yeah, that's when I was married. And is that my ex's underwear in the back? Hold on a second. Or, oh no, I think that's my son's long johns. See in the back right there? And then this looks like a new blanket right here. So it must have been, this must have been someone's birthday? I don't know, but my mom, she got all prettied up and she never did that. How are you guys? How are you? I need to do something about this gut. I don't know what the hell is going on. What are you doing, handsome? I have to wash the blanket, the couch blanket that I normally put on the cushion so Sosa doesn't get slobber and crumbs and everything. It's in my laundry basket to wash over there, so I had to put one of my bedspreads on the couch. There he is. There's my baby. You haven't had one of those in a long time, huh, sweetheart? You haven't had it in a long time, have you? Do you like that, huh? Is that good, Bubbles? Is that good? Oh, you think I'm going to take it from you? Can I have it? Can I have it? Can I have it? No? Okay. I won't take it then, sweetheart. I won't take it. I love you. Can I kiss? No? Have a kiss? Have a kiss? Oh, you're such a badass. You know when I take him, ball for him with the ball thrower thing. Careful, baby. He'll get the ball and he won't give it to me. And he'll throw himself over and lay on his back and kick his feet up, and he just lays there with the ball in his mouth. He's so freaking cute. And then we went through the sprinklers at the school. We went through the sprinklers at the school. There's some crumbs, babe. Don't leave them there. Ew, please don't. Oh, I'm going to have to wash this too. You know, I have to stop getting so upset about the freaking crumbs and the slobber because, you know what? Someday it's not going to be here. Hello, guys. Hey, Kevin. Who else is? Please thumbs up. Thank you. Rottweilers. He is. He weighs about what I weigh. He's a little bit heavier than me. Well, now, I don't know. The last time I weighed myself, I was 135. But now I think I'm a good 145. God, I cannot believe how fat I've gotten. This is terrible. This is terrible. I'll show you. I got this to make pancakes. It's gluten-free. I'm going to try making pancakes. My son has celiac, so he's allergic to gluten. And gluten's just bad for you, so I figured I would try something else. And he's always getting on me about, because he loves to make those chartreuse. Now what are those? Mozzarella, tomato, and basil, and mozzarella, tomato, and balsamic vinegar. I always get him the dressing because I couldn't find the paste. Well, finally, I went to a store that had the paste. Take your clothes off now. No, give me $100. Okay. And then what else did I get, you guys? I got something else. Oh, I got him some gluten-free pasta. And you want to see what else I got? This is what I wanted to show you guys. I got this Famous Dave's jalapeno cornbread. Doesn't that sound so delicious? Yes, it does. Famous Dave's jalapeno cornbread. So I'm going to make that when my son gets back. And then I got him, these are gluten-free, spicy jalapeno Pringles. Well, they're not Pringles, but they're a different brand. Just saying hello. Hello, Scotty. How are you? How are you, dear? And I bought myself 16 Buenos. I just grabbed the whole container that they're in. What else was I going to show you? What else? There was something else I don't know what it was. There was something else I was going to show you guys. Tim, give me $100 now. How about that? So I went to the store to pick up a couple things, you know. Just on my lunch break, mind you. I ended up getting 2 frozen dinners, you know, 2 frozen TV dinners, Mexican ones. And I bring them back to my office. And I made one, I ate it. And then I made the other one and I ate it. I'm like, you are such a pig. Oh my gosh. I am asked for 10K. I am getting to, I don't know what's wrong with me. My stomach just is growing and growing and growing. I know what I was going to show you. Because someone's going to be a little happy. I found cold pressed olive oil today. But the only thing is it's not organic. Now, City of Peace said get organic cold pressed olive oil. They didn't have any organic, so this is what I got. Oh, you use this? So I have to ask City of Peace again. I'm supposed to take some in the morning, I believe. It's supposed to help you. Sosa, hi baby. Hi, my baby boy. Hi. Hi, Bubba's. This apartment gets so hot, Donna. I need to get that book because I want to try to get us through 2 chapters tonight, you guys. Why not? I can stay up. I render my own beef tallow. Oh, you do? Nice. The City of Peace needs to put us on diet. Lord knows they've tried. I mean, to get me to be healthy. I'm trying. I really am. I mean, shit. It's not easy, especially with my lifestyle right now. I have the place to myself. Well, technically, no. But I told you guys, my boss approved my new cabinets, so I got to pick out, and I have a budget, so I have to pick out cabinets. I have to start shopping for those. This apartment's going to be cute. It's going to be so cute. But, hold on. Oh, it's nice and cold in here. It is nice and cold in here. I went through a bunch of paperwork, like my Ulta bills, my Petco bills, you know, the credit card statements they send. Because I saved them all. I had every single last one of them. And I opened them, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep the last few. So that's what I did, and I threw a whole bunch of papers away. I just watched a Toxic Romance, a documentary. Is that what it's called? A Toxic Romance? Is it on like that, what you call it? Is it from like the Lifetime channel is it on Netflix, but from the Lifetime channel? So I'm going to stick to a budget this month. I'm going to get my toes done, my nails done. I'm going to see if I can squeeze a haircut in there somewhere. I'm going to do a good grocery shopping, order another 6 bags of dog food for Sosa, and I'm putting the rest away. I'm seriously going to really try to save some money out of this time. No, but it takes place in Anaheim. Oh, it does? By Disneyland? Donna, you know Disneyland is huge and hugely involved in ST. You have to say more. Yeah. Hi, Lexi. I was looking at my Empower account the other day, and I'm happy that I have it, but there should be more in there. Like, there really should be more in there. It just, it tells me in 7 years, at 65, I'm not going to be able to survive off of what I'll be making, I don't know. Sosa. We'll start reading in a minute, okay? I was trying to get my mom to talk to me, but she hasn't talked to me today. I should be hearing their fireworks. Whose, honey? Whose fireworks? You want to snuggle? Can we snuggle? I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it, Olivia. Grandma's not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. Oh, I love you. I love you so much. I'm not going to take it. So, I gave it to you. Why would I take it? I gave it to you. It's your problem. I gave it to you. Why would I take it from you? Why would I take it from you? I love you. I hate his hair gets all over my mouth. Ugh. I watered my plant. Careful. I watered my plant, and all these bugs started flying out of it. I had to put it outside. I'm like, Like, why in the hell is there bugs flying out of my plant? Careful. Hey, don't choke. Don't you choke, okay? Don't do it. Don't choke. Don't choke. Honey, the air conditioner's on in the bedroom. The AC's on in the bedroom. Go in the bedroom. Honey, go in the bedroom where it's nice and cool. Go in the bedroom. Go in the bedroom where it's nice and cool. Okay, I'll move. You want me to move? Do you want Grandma to move? Can Grandma get up? I love you. I love him so much. You're getting gray, honey. Your hair's getting gray. Is the fan not cooling me down? Is the fan not keeping it cool enough? How's that? I turned it up. How's that? Is that better? Oh, I keep forgetting you guys. I keep forgetting you guys are in my ear. Get with a Social Security person. You will be able to get credit from your ex. Dog is a beast. He sure is. I feel you, sugar. Hey, listen, Lexi. Yes, here's the thing. Now I know I can choose between his or mine, whichever's more, right? I don't think it's fair that we can't get both. You know, that's kind of messed up. Why can't we get both? Oh, Disneyland. Sorry. It's just, wow, fat. Like, I'm fat, so what am I going to do? You know, I really need a break from him, too. I really do. Okay, let me get my chair. Oh, got my chair. So those of you who are just coming in, I have to show you again. I have to show you guys. This is my mama and my boy when he was young. My mom is no longer with us. She passed away in January. She had long hair. Look at. She has some long hair. And my mom hardly had any gray hair. It doesn't work that way, that we can't get both? Yeah. Wait, what? It doesn't work what way, Lex? What do you mean? I gotta get another frame for that. I'll just do laundry tomorrow. I think I'll just do the laundry tomorrow. So, why don't you go in the bedroom, honey? Why don't you go in the bedroom so you can be nice and cool? I'm shy, you guys. I gotta wear glasses. Is there a lump under my boob? Just kidding. He's sitting there just panting like crazy. You think laundry day is fun? I do kind of enjoy doing laundry. I do. I got it just to try it out, one of the new scents of Downy, of the beads. Depends on who made the most money in credits. He's made more money than me, that's for sure. I am from the West Coast. West Coast? What? I'm just kidding. Nice glasses. Well, thank you, darling. They are, I forgot the name of them. Foster Grant. Foster Grant glasses. You're from LA. Oh. You're from California too, Harley? Wow, you guys. Look, we have a few people in here from, I fucks with the beads too. Do you really? Let me show you the new ones I got. Tell me if you, oh, these smell so good. Hold on. I got a couple different kinds. Hold on a second. So there's two different ones I got. Oh, the Unstoppables. Hold on a second. Oh, this is another one I got. Okay, so I have 3 technically. Hold on. I got my old lady laundry basket. So I have 3? Do I have 2 or 3? Oh, I have 3. Okay. Well, the one that I'm excited to try, I just get the little ones to see if I like them. Okay, the ones I'm excited to try are these ones. Oh my gosh, these smell heavenly. They're the number 26. Number 26. It says top note is rose, the middle note is honey, and the base note is oak moss. They smell like cologne. The one that I smelled that one today. There's one that smells like cologne. It's new. I saw that. Starring Foster Grant. Wasn't that a character name in The Secret of My Success? Starring Michael J. Fox. And was it, you guys? I don't know. They smell like cologne. Support Bella and hit those thumbs up and subscribe. Appreciate it. Thank you, Lexi. Take that big top off. It looks terrible on you and distorts your figure. You have the number 26 or the one that smells like cologne. And then I have this Unstoppable Sunset and Citrus. That one smells pretty good. But this is the other number 15 that I'm going to try. Oh, this smells good too. But number 26. Oh, does not smell good. That smells bomb, huh? Ooh, yeah. That one, you think that one smells like cologne? I don't know. I don't think it. There's one there that smells like cologne, but it wasn't that one. It was not that one. Okay, you guys. I'm like that kid in that movie. I'm shy. If I wear my sunglasses, it's like nobody's there. You get it on Amazon. Oh. Those are beads for your laundry, Donna. You put it in your wash instead of laundry. They're laundry detergent, but the fragrance stays on a lot longer. Makes your clothes smell good. If you've never seen them, girl, if you try them, you won't go back to the regular fabric softener. I think you would like it. You would like them because it, like, your clothes absorb the smell. It just smells so good for a long time. I'm going to try to get us through 2 chapters, you guys. Scent bees, yeah. That's your opinion, James. Thank you, Lexi. Yeah. You know what? It doesn't make me look disfigured. You want to know something? You want to talk about my figure and how I look disfigured? I don't care. Look. There. See? See the fat right here? And right here, my gut. I've never been this fat in my life. Except when I was pregnant. Other than that. And you know what? That just tells me I got to do something about it. But you know what? I don't know. I kind of like being a little bit soft, you know? She looks hot. Really, I don't. But thank you. Now my boobs match my gut. Where before, my gut was like that. And no. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm drinking coffee tonight. I already drank coffee today. But I have not had Red Bull today yet. Hi, City of Peace. This is coffee. And guess what I found? I said City of Peace will be so excited. I found cold pressed today. But the only thing is it's not organic. They didn't have any organic. But I was like, no way. So I bought it. It says first cold pressed. Got it. You've never had a Red Bull? Coffee at night is a bull. I can drink coffee and fall asleep like that. I can drink a Red Bull and fall asleep like that. I don't know why I drink it. It's iced coffee. I don't drink hot coffee in the coffee pot. I always drink the iced coffee. And these ice cubes I have in here, they keep your drink cold all day. You're addicted to coffee. Can't even get your name right. Who, Lex? Lexi, who can't get your name right? Okay, City of Peace. What am I supposed to do with it? How am I supposed to take it in the morning? Pillar? Oh. So sad. You want to say hi? Say hi to everybody. Say hi, Bubba's. You like it? Oh, coffee with almond milk. I use stevia. I don't use sugar. No, it's not, sorry, not stevia. It's raw sugar. I use this. So see, don't look so sad, Bubba's. What's wrong? Baby, don't look so sad. Don't look so sad. Don't look so sad, babe. I love you. You hungry? You want dinner? You want dinner? You want dinner? You want to eat? Are you hungry? He's my baby. He is my baby. You love Grandma? Oh, so friendly. He's so friendly. Come here, baby. He is the friendliest dog ever. He's amazing. Come here, honey. Hey, get your butt over here. Come here. Grandma's feeding you a little too late tonight. Say hi. Say hi. Look at his face. How cute is that? Look at the big babies. You guys are such a big boy, huh? You're such a big boy. Yes. I love you so much. I love you so much. You're such a good boy. He's an amazing dog, you guys. Those shorts are hot. Yeah, but what? What? You're not getting any treats, Bubs. I have this thing on my leg still, you guys. I showed you from my injury. See it? It's still there. But it's lightened up a lot. See? Yes, sarcasm is hard to detect on social media. It is. It happened after I injured my back at my old job, so it's a nerve thing. It happened with my nerves. Hey, Levi. Well. No doctors can figure out what the hell it is. So I just live with it. Ouch. Yeah, it hurts. Sometimes, but my leg, when my son and I and Sosa went for a walk the other night, it was dark, and I went to take a step, and I stepped down into a hole, and it threw my back, and I'm like, no, please no. Because you guys remember the last time my back went out? That was miserable. So, I'm like, no, please no. But it's been okay. But my leg has been hurting a little bit. Maximum, start with cold press. 1 spoon in the morning. 1 spoon. Okay. No, it's not swollen. It's just, it's like you can see the pattern of the nerves. You guys, so thank you for coming in. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. There's 15 in here. Those of you who would like to, could you give me a thumbs up? Also, ice packs take care of everything. Really? If your leg gets worse, try to apply for disability. Well, if they could tell me what the hell it is. Oh yeah, okay. We have memberships, you guys. If you would like to support the channel, which I would appreciate so very much, We have memberships you can join, and we're going to be starting a book club. We also we do members only streams in there where the public can't be a part of it with us. Also inject steroids into it. I've never done steroids. Maybe I should. Good call. And also, to support the channel, you can subscribe. Make sure you turn the notification bell on so you get a notification when we go live. You can give a thumbs up, and you can, I have Cash App in the description of each video if you would like to send a tip, just to be nice, so I can get my toenails done. I'm just kidding. I'm getting my toenails done this weekend. Maybe my nails too. And then, yeah, that's it. So thank you, those of you who are new and have been coming back. I appreciate it. It's nice to have new people in here every once in a while, you know. We have our family that we've had here for years, but it's nice to have new people come in and join too. So we appreciate you. Just all I ask is that you be respectful to people in here. And we do take prayer requests. If you guys have anything you need prayer for, I have to say this. I was scrolling through YouTube before I came on, and this creator was talking about how Trump was accusing everyone of being his mistress or something like that. Does anybody know what that's about? Like, I guess he was speaking on something. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? You keep it classy, don't worry. We appreciate that. So we are reading a book in here right now. We're very close to finishing it. It's a book by Virginia Giuffre. She was a victim of Epstein and Maxwell and Prince Andrew and many others. She wrote the book before she passed away, and we only have a few chapters left. I'm going to try to get us through 2 chapters tonight. Ma, looking great tonight. Thank you, Charlie. White House Correspondents' Center. That's, okay, yes, that's what it was, Lexi. Did you hear what they're talking about? He looked rough when I saw him in the picture. Like, he looks, and he was drinking a Diet Coke, and I'm like, buddy, come on, stop drinking that shit. But then I'm like, Bella, you have nothing to talk about. You can't say anything to him because, whatever. No, I've pretty much tried to steer away from politics because I just get pissed off. So I'm trying to not talk about politics stuff. Sometimes we'll talk about, you know, someone will bring something up, but no, the main focus of this channel is not about politics. No, but Trump was giving everyone hell. So get this. I just have to tell you guys this quick before I start reading. So you know my maintenance guy up at my other property. Okay. So I told him today, I said, I think I'm going to go home early. I'm making you thirsty. Okay. So I said, I think I'm going to go home early. And he's like, oh, he goes, I only have 2 hours left of personal time to take. I'm like, and then I was kind of testing him because it never fails. Okay, just let me finish. So then I was like, well, you know, he goes, but, you know, I could just not get paid for a couple hours and leave early. And I'm like, you know, I think I'm gonna stay and work as long as I can. And of course, he went off and started working. So he went off, started working, I emailed my boss. I said, hey, is it okay if I take off a little bit early? She emailed me back, sure, no problem. Have a great weekend. So I'm taking my bag, my purse, my coffee cup, everything out to my car, and I'm getting ready to leave, and he comes strolling up. Are you leaving? Yeah, I'm gonna go. I said, this week I've been waiting for this day to get here, and I gotta go. He goes, okay, well, next week he's taking his vacation, so he's gonna be gone all week. So he's like, all right, and he always walks to my car when I leave. Always, it never fails. So I leave, drive away. Have a great weekend, enjoy your vacation, really get some much needed rest, have a good time. Not 15 minutes later, he texts me. If it's okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm like, if I would have stayed, he would have stayed. But since I left, he wanted to leave. He's so irritating. It's like, dude, God, he's so irritating. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't with him. It's going to be so nice to be gone, for him to be gone next week. Creeper vibe, totally. Start playing with music you love. Good music. Tell us. Oh, you mean on here? Well, they'll demonetize my channel. Maybe we could play some music later. I don't care. I mean, I don't make a lot on monetization here anyways. Okay, so look at this, guys. Look how much we have left. That's all we got left. We've read all that. Let me see. I think the next chapter, 33, was pretty long. I think it's like 5 pages. But I think the chapter after that was only a few pages. So that's why I want to try to get... Yes. So the chapter 34 is pretty short. The dude has a crush on... I know, Lexi, and it drives me nuts. He comes... when I get to work, okay, I've got things to do. Okay, I go to work at 8, but I'm supposed to keep my office locked until 10 so I can get my admin work done, right? I have stuff to do. There's no way I could get all my stuff done if I have the office open. People coming in and out, calling, yada, yada, yada. So I get to work 8 o'clock, sometimes 8:30 because I'm handling something at this property first. So he fucking, every time I pull up, I walk into the office. Here he comes, trailing behind me. And I'm like, what's up? Good morning. He's like, hey. I'm like, okay, what are you working on today? We're supposed to talk for a few minutes and figure out what's going to happen with the day. And then he sits down, literally sits in there for 40 fucking minutes talking to me. And I'm like, listen, I have work to get done. And then I've been catching him sitting in his car. I'm like, what are you doing in your car? Every time I walk out of the office now, you're sitting in your car. Oh, I'm just going over my list. I'm like, I want to him. I'm getting ready to write him up again. Like, dude, I'm still doing his job. I'm still entering the work orders. I'm still entering the GL codes and the buyer's notes when he orders something. Like, I can't. Maybe. I do need to put my foot down. I'm getting better at that. Creep him back, Mom. Maybe he can hang. Creep him back? Like, act like I like him? Hell no. No. Lazy worker needs... Oh, but he doesn't think he's lazy. He says he works his ass off. It should not take you 2 months to turn a unit. It shouldn't. Hi, would you ever want to smoke weed? No. I've smoked weed before and I do not like it. Which is funny because my brother, my sister, both are avid weed smokers. And my son used to smoke weed all the time. Yeah. No. Oh, if I acted like I just don't like the way it makes me feel. How do you deal with the death in the... Oh. mm. So far since I've been here, 1, 2, well, one passed away in her unit. Another one passed away, but in the hospital. It's hard. And make sure he doesn't see it, Robert. He wouldn't see it. And I see, it's not just me. Like, I have my boss too. She has to agree to let him go. But she did call me last week and said, why are there so many work orders that have not been closed out? And I'm like, because he hasn't done it. And she goes, well, if something's not done about it next week, you're going to write him up again. So I drove my happy ass up there and sat down with him and showed him exactly how to do it again. He's been here over a year. He's not techie at all. He does not know how to write an email, okay? So it's hard for him to do that. When you see a pile of Amazon boxes, not a good sign. Yeah. No. But that's the only thing, because I've grown to really love some of the residents here, you know, and they're so good to me, you know, they really are. They cook for me because they say I never eat. You know, they're very kind to me. And they're worried that I'm going to quit. They're like, please don't ever quit, because people don't stay around very long. It's a hard freaking job. But I'm getting stuff done. And it's stuff that is needed to be done for years. And nobody stays around long enough to get the stuff done. So, happy ass, yeah. If you wrote it out and left it on your desk in a prominent place, he would see it. He's older. He's like 59. Yeah. So he's 2 years older than me. I don't know. Like, he can be nice. He's just a pest. That's all. He's a pest. And he thinks he's the best at everything, and that's annoying. He is set in his ways, yes. Yeah. I look 40. Yeah, right. Thank you. I don't feel 40. I feel 80, but I'll take 40. Yeah, when I do leave here, I will miss a few of them. I'll miss a few of them. I just wanted to stay long enough to make changes at both properties, really. And I know I definitely have. So if I were to leave now, I would feel good about how I left things. I would. But I'm not ready to leave yet. Not quite. I don't know what I would want to do after this, if I would even want to be in this same type of work, you know. Okay, let's get to chapter 33. Okay, show it to him and ask him if it looks good enough to send to the paper. Robert, that's funny. You're a hard worker. I am a hard worker, Lexi. I work my buttocks off. I'm just exhausted all the time. And I'm like, can I do this for another 7 freaking years? I don't know if I can. I'll figure it out. I will. I don't know if I can do this for another 7 years, you guys. Or not even maybe necessarily this, but... How's it going, Steve? Stevie Weevy. Stevie Weevy. I can tell I've gained weight, and you guys, you can see it in my face too. Wow. Watch. 20, 30 far, 40 far. It isn't really, but it sounds like it, doesn't it? Oh, customer service. I've done customer. I used to work for Macy's. No, I couldn't do it. Curvy women are hot. Curvy, yes, but with a gut, no. I want to get a breast reduction, and I'm thinking about getting a tummy tuck. That might be a good idea. Get a tummy tuck. I need to buy another car, a SUV. I don't know what I'd want to do, you guys. If I could do a OnlyFans, I'm just kidding. No, girl, you're good. You don't need any of that. No, I do. I'm getting fat. Focus on the car. No reduction on the fun bags. Well, we're not having fun, okay? There's no fun. No fun to be had. Okay. This chapter is called Unbroken. Can you guys hear me okay? Now, if this starts beeping at me, I'm going to have to switch out my earphone. It seems to me that people are working hybrid jobs or stay at home. I would love to find a remote job. I would love it. Oh, Meg's mom. I clicked on that link you sent me, and it took me to something. It didn't show me the jobs or anything. No, I ain't taking that Ozempic. Hey, Nick. No Ozempic. I'm not big enough for that. Remote job would be nice. It absolutely would. I would love it. Or if I could even have my own business, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I could put a little red light outside of my front door. Okay. Okay. That would be awesome, honey. Okay. After the 60-minute Australia report, Prince Andrew couldn't help but know that I was considering filing a lawsuit against him. David Boyce had made clear to Tara Brown that the Duke of York's repeated denials of my allegations had put him in our crosshairs. Prince Andrew says he was unaware of the sex trafficking. A skeptical-looking Boyce had said, but he spent days in Epstein's New York mansion where the sex trafficking was rampant. You could not spend time there and not know what was going on. At some point, he's going to have to testify. He can't hide forever. When Brown said to Boyce that perhaps the prince could hide, given that British law enforcement had ended its investigation into the case, Boyce clarified, if he wants to stay locked up in a palace and not travel outside the United Kingdom, maybe he can escape a reckoning. But if he comes to the United States, he can be served with a subpoena. I think that's quite likely. Now, with the pressure building on a variety of fronts, Prince Andrew sat down with BBC Newsnight's Emily Matlis, I don't know how to say it, to try to clear his name. The interview took place on November 14th, and afterward, the prince reportedly thought it had gone well. But when it aired 2 days later, it was widely viewed as a disaster. The prince expressed no regret about his long-standing relationship with Epstein. He explained being a house guest of Epstein, a convicted sex offender, in 2010 by saying he had only visited to tell Epstein in person that their relationship was over, while insisting that his only mistake was his tendency to be too honorable. He failed to communicate any sympathy for Epstein's victims. Regarding my allegations about him, he denied them again, saying that on the night I said I'd first been trafficked to him, he couldn't have been with me because he had taken one of his daughters out for pizza. He said he had no recollection of ever meeting me, none whatsoever. Most outlandishly, he said he couldn't have danced sweatily with me at the Tramp nightclub as I described, because he temporarily developed an inability to perspire after enduring what I would describe as an overdose of adrenaline in the Falklands War when I was shot at. A bizarre reference to his military service 19 years prior to our meeting. The interview's ramifications would be sweeping. While the royal family still denied my allegations, it has also effectively banned the Queen of England's third child from appearing at public events and forbade him from using the horrific His Royal Highness. So dramatic was the fallout that two streaming services, Netflix and Amazon, would soon announce they had projects in the works to dramatize how the interview was arranged and executed, and a third company embarked on a feature-length documentary. As devastating as this interview was for Prince Andrew, for my legal team it was like an injection of jet fuel. Its contents would not only help us build an ironclad case against the prince, but also open the door to potentially subpoenaing his wife, his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, and their daughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugene. Did he really take Beatrice out for pizza on March 10th, 2001, as he claimed? If we deposed the princess, his family members could potentially poke holes in his alibi. Would his medical records really show that he had a temporary case of anhidrosis, I don't know how to say it, a lack of perspiration, which typically isn't a response to adrenaline? We weren't quite ready to sue yet, but this interview gave us a lot more to work with than we'd had before. In early December, BBC Panorama released a documentary called The Prince and the Epstein Scandal, and I was among those interviewed. This would be my first on-camera interview with a British outlet, and while it had been recorded before Prince Andrew's sit-down with the BBC, correspondent Derek McIntyre used my words to contradict what the disgraced royal had told Mateless. Once again, I told the story of the 3 times I was trafficked to Prince Andrew. I was also asked about recent suggestions that the photo of Prince Andrew with his arm around me in 2001 was fake. Like his arm was elongated or the photo was doctored, I responded. I mean, come on, I'm calling BS on this, because that's what it is. He knows what happened, I know what happened, and there's only one of us telling the truth. I know that's me. I was glad for the opportunity to reach a British audience, and at one point in the interview, I spoke to them directly. I implore the people in the UK to stand up beside me, to help me fight this fight, to not accept this as being okay. I said, adding, this is not some sordid sex story. This is a story of being trafficked. This is a story of abuse. If only we could keep the pressure on, I thought, maybe the prince and others could be held to account. How you guys doing? I'm putting you to sleep? Good. Lullaby and good night. Yes, Prince Andrew screwed up that interview. You remember it, Lexi? I work in the office. I can't stay home. It'll drive me wild. Yeah, I have to work, but I don't want to have a job that I am required to be there at a certain time every day, and I have to stay there till a certain time every day. I don't know. I got to figure something out. In February 2020, I flew from Cairns to Los Angeles to participate in a podcast called Broken. In the podcast's first season, New Yorker writer Ariel Levy and the Miami Herald's Julie K. Brown had taken listeners through the litany of Epstein's crimes. Now, journalist Tara Palmieri was hosting the second season, Broken, Seeking Justice. Palmieri wanted to follow several of Epstein's victims as we sought to reconcile our pasts with our present-day lives. The project was backed by 2 terrific guys named Adam, the Hollywood director Adam McKay, and the podcaster and former NPR correspondent Adam Davidson. I was impressed by the team's firepower, and I liked that Palmieri didn't give two shakes about Epstein, only about the women he'd hurt. I would be helping to gather reporting during a 10-day cross-country journey with Palmieri. Our goal? To track down some of the people who'd worked for Epstein during the time I knew him. I was hoping that some who'd stayed silent before his death might now be willing to talk. The first person I wanted to talk with was also named Adam Perry Lang. He'd been Epstein's personal chef from 1999 to 2003. Lang is the one who fed me pizza on Little St. James, and he traveled regularly on Epstein's jets. Brad and I reached out to him in 2014, but we'd never heard back. Now he lived in Southern California. Palmieri had found a couple of home addresses, and Lang had a steak restaurant in Hollywood called APL for his initials. First, we tried to visit him at home, but Lang didn't seem to be living at the places we went to. So we made a reservation at APL. When we arrived, I told the host Lang was an old friend and that I was hoping to say hello to him. We were seated in a big booth at the back of the dining room, and we ordered dinner. But Lang wasn't in the restaurant that night. We left word explaining I was trying to reach him. I don't work, I'm a professional gambler. Nice. I know, she had such a bad life. I worked in the field my entire life. No more. I love working at home. I'm jealous, Donna. Thank you for the hearts. A few days later, I got a text from him. Hi, Virginia. I know this has been a traumatic and terrible time for you. I hope your fierce advocacy brings you and the other innocent victims peace and justice. I hope you know by now that I'm planning to speak with your attorney. Best, Adam. I was thrilled. I thought Lang was finally ready to help. But when I followed up, he sent a statement that reiterated what he'd said for years, that while he was in Epstein's employ, he never witnessed any sexual activity or nudity or underage girls or depraved acts of abuse. Hello from Mexico. Hello. Hello, Dom. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you for the thumbs up. You may be wondering what it was that I wanted from Lang. Of course, I hope that he might have information that could help me hold Epstein's co-conspirators accountable, but also on a purely emotional level, I just wanted to hear Lang confirm my experience. He could have said something as simple as, I saw what happened to you because I was there, and that would have helped me heal. Would I have been thrilled if he handed over evidence of wrongdoing? Sure, but I wasn't really expecting that. Mostly what I wanted was validation. Clearly, though, I wasn't going to get that from Lang. We hit another dead end when we tracked down a woman, a former model whom I knew had procured girls for Epstein, who was one of several women I'd been forced to have sex with when she was an adult and I was a minor. This woman's connection to Epstein was well known by this point. Her name is in the flight logs of his private jets. The woman now had a different last name and lived in a gated community in the Los Angeles area, which a broken producer deftly entered by following another car through the gate. We parked on the street outside her house, and I went to the door and rang the bell. A moment later, the woman stuck her head out of an upstairs window and yelled at me to get off of her property. It's Virginia Roberts, I yelled back, but she slammed the window, so I buzzed the intercom. Soon, I heard her voice. I don't want to talk to you, the woman said. Jeffrey's dead, and you helped kill him. That pissed me off. I'm not here about what Jeffrey's done, I said. I'm here about what you've done. I'm calling security, she said, and soon we were being escorted off the property. Having exhausted all of our leads on the West Coast, Palmieri Her producer and I flew to Florida, where we knew 2 other former Epstein employees lived. The first one we visited was Larry Visosky, Epstein's primary pilot. As I've said, Visosky had been close to Epstein, and he had never turned over his flight logs to the authorities, so I knew an interview with him was a long shot. The pilot lived in a gated community, and when we drove up, the gate attendant got Visosky on the phone and let me talk to him. "Hello, is this Larry?" I stammered, and when I heard him speak, I added, "Oh my goodness," like a voice from the past. I told him I was outside with a reporter. "Can I just come in and have a cup of coffee with you?" I asked. When he hesitated, I suggested lunch. That's when Visosky hung up on me. Getting doors slammed in one's face is draining, to say the least. I'd been so fired up, imagining that if I just put myself in front of these people I'd known in 2000, 2001, and 2002, I could persuade them to talk to me. But once again, I'd been naive. I was beginning to feel like a trained monkey, trotting out my story over and over and over, but getting little in return. Palmieri had questioned me at length about my history with all of these people once again. I had to relive the dark period when I knew them. But because none were talking to us, I felt as if I had gotten all spun up for nothing. Each night, back in our hotel, I'd call Robbie, more and more despondent. Robbie got so worried about my spiraling mood that he called Adam Davidson, one of the podcast producers, and the next day, Davidson flew to Florida to try to shore me up. "I know this whole process has put a lot of pressure on you," he told me. "I can only imagine how hard that is, and I want you to know we're all standing behind you." I appreciated Davidson's support, but still, when Palmieri and I set out to visit the second former Epstein associate who lived in Florida, Juan Alessi, Epstein's one-time house manager, I was nearly out of steam. It was Alessi who had driven me home from El Brillo Way on the night Epstein and Maxwell first abused me. And over the next 2 years, I'd gotten to know him and his wife, Maria, a bit. Alessi had never talked to the media, and there was little reason to think he would talk to us. When I rang the intercom on his outer gate, I would have bet you $100 that we'd strike out again. But Alessi answered right away. "Hi, Juan," I said quickly. "It's Virginia Roberts from, 20 years ago. I've flown all the way from Australia to try to put together the pieces of my past." I told him I just wanted to talk face to face. There was a pause, then a buzzing sound. Alessi was letting us in. Moments later, Alessi opened his front door, his wife Maria right beside him, and we all just stared at one another for a second. As 2 small dogs jumped around our feet, Alessi invited Palmieri and me to sit down. At first, he didn't want to be recorded, but then he changed his mind. The conversation was disjointed. Alessi, who still spoke in slightly broken English, acknowledged that he'd been driving Maxwell around on that sweltering day when she recruited me at Mar-a-Lago. He said he remembered sweating in the car as he waited for her. He insisted he had no idea of the sexual abuse going on in the house, but admitted he told Epstein at one point, "One of these girls is going to get you in trouble, Jeffrey." He recalled seeing Prince Andrew in Epstein's homes, though he said he'd never seen him do anything wrong. I told Alessi I remembered it was often him who paid me after a massage. I also recalled seeing him seeing me naked. He said he didn't remember any of that. "I swear to God, Virginia, I never saw you naked," he said. "I saw other girls adult, but not you." I could tell Palmieri was getting frustrated with his denials, and I understood why. Still, I felt better than I had the entire trip. Alessi remembered me. In a sense, that was what I'd come all this way for, to be acknowledged as a person face to face. As we got up to leave, Alessi apologized. "Virginia, I feel so bad what happened to you, but I feel so good that I see you so great now." So good that you make up your life, that you have a family. I felt a wave of emotion then. This has been a beautiful reunion, I said, and I meant it. Thanks for opening your doors and your heart to me. Alessi reiterated that he'd never imagined he'd ever see me again. I thought you hate me, he said. Why would she hate you? Palmieri asked pointedly. I thought, she would have blamed me for not doing something, he said. I thought these girls would go against me, or they would have said, oh, John knew it, but I didn't. We said our goodbyes, and as we walked to the car, Palmieri was still aggrieved that Alessi hadn't owned up to what he'd witnessed. But I was happy. I don't expect everybody to come forward and say exactly what they saw, because that would incriminate them. I said, but I didn't blame Alessi for protecting himself. I thought he had a good heart. He couldn't do shit about Epstein's behavior, I concluded. He feels horrible about it. Could he have talked more? Yes, but it's the beginning of a dialogue. So I'll take that as a plus. I am grateful that he invited me into his home and treated me like a human being. I returned to Australia. My non-stop media tour had worn me out, and it would have probably been wise for me to slow down and rest. Someone's bothering someone, then it's your issue, and you are welcome to leave. I am listening to what she says. God, I wish I can get a massage from you. Then stop watching. I constantly look down there, and she is not exposing herself, so give it up. Wait, who's talking about? Oh my gosh. No, I don't have Instagram. What? Lexi, women don't have to cover their face here. I ain't cover my face. Gross. I think there's a point here that's being missed. This lady can dress any way that she cares to. I think she has a self-respect to not come out here indecent. So respect and job for her. So respect her and job for her back. I'm confused. Swimsuits are for the beach. Who's wearing a swimsuit? What does it have to do with? Just asking her to cover it. Oh, my cleavage? You don't like my cleavage? Oh no. And I'm here to cater to you, okay? You don't like my cleavage? You don't like that? God. Okay, where was I? Where are we? But after so long being vilified by the press, I felt I had to take advantage of every opportunity to tell my story, because who knew how much longer I'd be offered the chance. So in March, by the way, it was hot here today. Do you expect me to wear a freaking cover my face and my whole body? Sorry. We have a Muslim who's offended. Well, leave. Yeah, leave. I'm not taking my shirt off. Sorry. You know what? No one's forcing you to be in here, dude. Or chick, or whoever you are. No one's forcing you to stay in here. You don't have to be in here. Bye. You don't have to be in here. Your cleavage gives me the lift. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey, Daz. Crazy people. And I'm in my own place. If I want to freaking wear bra and panties on here, I can. I wouldn't, but if I wanted to, I could. I'm not making you watch me. So if you feel uncomfortable, by all means. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable, okay? So, but I don't want to be uncomfortable and be sweating my ass off in my own place. So you can go ahead and go on. I'm not married any longer. Okay, thank you. Okay. Where am I? But after so long being vilified by the press, I felt I had to take advantage of every opportunity to tell my story, because who knew how much longer I'd be offered the chance. So in March of 2020, when an Italian TV show offered to fly my whole family to Rome, no, you're fine. You're fine. I said yes, right before COVID-19 shut down much of the world. Robbie, the kids, and I visited the city of Seven Hills, as the guidebooks call it, and ticked off every tourist destination, and still have a photo book I made that shows the fun we had on this special Roman holiday. All this came at a cost, however. The price of this lovely getaway for me was that I had to excavate my worst memories one more time on camera. I was noticing that with every interview, my storytelling was becoming a bit less emotional. At times, my voice sounded almost mechanical or even robotic, as if I were reciting something I'd memorized. And yet still, while I increasingly appeared unaffected on the outside, on the inside, every retelling of my stories of abuse hit me hard. Robbie was watching me, and he could see I was coming apart. When someone comes home from fighting a war, they heal. They get therapy. They put distance between what happened to them in combat and their present-day lives, he said. But every time you relive what happened to you, it's as if you were still on the battlefield. How are you supposed to get better if you never come home from the war? He was right. I had told myself that in order to fight for justice, I had to keep spreading the word about what Epstein and Maxwell had done. But spreading the word meant reliving my horrors, and that ate away at me. This is the only way I know how to keep the pressure on, I told Robbie tearfully one night. He knelt down in front of me then. I will never forget this, and took my hands in his. Remember when I asked you to marry me? How I told you I'd have your back until we die? He asked. Well, this is me having your back. You are running on fumes. Your publicity schedule is affecting your health. It's affecting your family. I understand why you have given all these interviews. I really do. But honey, it's killing you, and it's killing me to watch. My husband saw me more clearly than I saw myself. I was burned out. And that's the end of chapter 33. And the next chapter is 34. We will take a break. We'll take a small break. And we're going to go for chapter 34 tonight. I'm going to do it. We've got, that's a half a page. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this one's long too. 6. Do I want to do it? 6 pages. What chapter? Which chapter was short? There was one that was short. Oh, chapter 35. Okay, so we've got 34, 35, 36, and 37. Is that it? 38. Shit. We're getting so close, you guys. Yes, show a little class. Go to bed, Summer. Herman's a dirt track race car driver. Oh, you guys... I would like to see you dress up like little orphan Annie. Why? So he doesn't have a say what she can wear? No! What the fuck? Excuse my language, sorry. No! What is with you people? No! Nobody has a say what I'm gonna wear in my own home. God, it's not like I'm fucking naked, dude. Grow the fuck up. Her husband's a cuck. I'm not married, you idiot. Yeah, they're just... I think we need to get back on the cleavage topic, Daz. See, people like to just come in here and act like they're upset about something when they really... It doesn't faze them. They just like to... They like to get the attention on them. So they'll come in and they'll start drama. They'll start... So everybody does that. So everybody will stop paying attention to what we're doing, and they'll give them the attention. And that's what they want, because they get no attention in their own lives. So I'll go in a chat and bug a older lady and complain about her cleavage, even though I don't give a shit about her cleavage. Shut the front door. You're a beautiful lady, and what you're doing is a beautiful memoir. Thank you, D-Will. Some people don't listen. But hey, Stiff Richard. I would love to. I have some sundresses. I've worn them before. Anyway, it was a pleasure to meet you again and do appreciate the enlightenment. Thank you. Have a good night. Are you leaving? Stiff Richard, what I tell you, I'll put on a sundress, but I'm not doing it for free. People got to start tipping if they want to request things. I'm telling you. I mean, I'll mention it one time, like, you know, if someone wants to send a tip or whatever, super chat or something, but I am not going to take requests. Some guys have come in here and asked me to do certain things, and I'm like, no, you send me a tip. I'm not going to just let you ask me to do things. We're going to take a break, and then I'm going to do chapter 34. Okay? I'm going to take a break. That's why I work from home. People are rude. People are rude. The guy who wanted you to cover yourself said he was going through puberty, so he's too young. Thank you, Lexi. Yeah, I spent so much of my life wearing sweatshirts and, you know, just not being secure in my own body because I had big boobs and I hated it. But you know what? No one's gonna tell me what to do. I'm showing my fat and all, so I don't care what anyone says. I've shown, you know, like I've said, you guys, at least I've had years of my life where I looked good. Like, my body looked, you know, pretty dang good. So I'm fine if I'm a little chunky, you know? I'm a little chunky, and I'm good about it. I'm secure in my own skin. I'm a little fat, who cares? I'm going to turn this down a little bit, maybe. So you're being such a good boy, huh? You're being such a good boy, aren't you? You're being such a good love. I'm getting kind of chilly, actually, with that fan going. Okay, anything anyone want to talk about before I start on the next chapter? I feel like getting a snack. I'm chunky, girl. I am. Thank you. But I got some. People stop criticizing me. Nice. Lexi, it's okay. I'm fine. You know what? I'm lucky that I looked good enough this long. You know what I mean? Like, I'm lucky that I had many good years. How, you know, where I felt good about the way I looked. So, hello, Christian. Welcome. You guys join memberships. Thank you for the 23 thumbs up. Like the old saying, Robert says, if you got it, flaunt it, bitches. Just kidding. You know, I wore a bikini to the lake with my friend, remember a couple weekends ago? I did, and I'm like laying out in the sun, and I don't give a shit. Now, there are people that I think should not wear bikinis, like Shani for Christ, you know, certain people, Gabby. Because I think, yeah, some people don't want to look at that. It's very, very unattractive. If I could lay out in the nude, I would. So I wouldn't have tan lines. Seriously. What time is it? No. No. Donna. No. Mm-mm. Dang, this is a big cup of coffee. I just bought this cup. It's kind of iridescent, isn't it? I collect cups. I love coffee cups. No, girl, I can drink a Red Bull or a big old coffee and fall asleep. Where's the doggy? Truth Hurts? Right there, laying down. You want to see? I finished it. It's gone. Yeah, I can fall asleep, no problem. Yep, I sure can. Hold on. Hi, Bubba. You're so handsome. Bird, hold it here. So the AC's on in there. Bird, dude. The AC's on it in the bedroom. It's freezing. It's getting cold in here. Okay, should we go? Should we do it? Should we get to it? I like your colors in your home. Thank you, honey. Yeah, I like it. I love my little turquoise chair over there with the pillow, the turquoise pillow and the gray pillow. There's a few more things I want to purchase. That couch is comfortable. This big old couch I bought. It's so comfy. You got to come over and you got to come visit. There's my mommy's handprints. Hey, Truth Hurts, where are you at? Are you in California or Florida? Hello, Anitra. Very Scandinavian looking. Really? Hi, honey. How are you? Anitra used to model, you guys. And I used to model bathing suits, and I was a beer girl. So, you know what? I cover up a lot compared to what I used to. I used to let it all hang out. Oh, Palm Spring, LA. Just came back from a cruise. Nice, girls. So you're getting out, living life a little bit, eh? Yeah? That's good. Okay. We're going to go to the next chapter, guys. I'm going to zip through this, okay? Yeah, everybody say hi to Anitra. From bad to worse. We're on chapter 34, and it's called From Bad to Worse. Okay, so this trigger, they might need a trigger warning, guys. What I needed, my friend said, was some time in the great outdoors. This was a new buddy of mine. The first mom I'd met when we moved to Cairns. And she had a daughter, Ellie's age. This friend, her name was Blaise, knew how much I loved animals, and she'd seen the luminescent blue butterfly on my Twitter account, which was also the logo for my foundation. Victims Refuse Silence. Let's take both our families to Butterfly Valley, Blaise said, describing a creekside sanctuary about 2 hours south of our house, where visitors slept in rustic cabins and kept their eyes peeled for Cairns birdwings, whose 6-inch wingspans make them the largest butterflies in Australia. The trip sounded like a perfect chance to rest and recharge in nature. And Robbie said he and the kids would come too. So off we went, and initially it was heaven. Butterfly Valley lived up to its name. We must have seen thousands of Cairns birdwings in all shapes, sizes, and colors. But when I returned home, I spiked a temperature and my head hurt like hell. When I became delirious, Robbie took me to the doctor, who did some tests and concluded I must have been bitten by a mosquito because I had meningitis. I couldn't believe it. During the trip, I'd been the only one in our group slathering myself with bug spray. I was admitted to the hospital where things got so much worse. Not realizing how delirious I'd become, at one point I got out of bed to go to the toilet and lost my footing. When I fell to the floor, I heard a cracking sound. I'd broken my neck. I soon recovered from the meningitis, but now doctors said I needed surgery to repair my neck, which hurt constantly. They weren't quite ready to operate, however, so we waited. To cheer me up, Robbie got me a French bulldog that I named Juno, and once I was up and walking around again, I took Juno everywhere. But in April, I was back in the hospital again with pneumonia. It was as if one mosquito bite had let loose a waterfall of health problems. I wasn't the only one struggling, of course. In spring 2020, the world was shutting down as the coronavirus raged. But still, surreally, my face and my story seemed to be everywhere as the interviews I'd given over the previous months began to air. Even as I nursed my neck injury in May 2020, Netflix launched its four-part series, Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich, which told the saga of Epstein and Maxwell's reign of terror. In the final episode, a healthy-looking me reiterated that Epstein had not acted alone and repeated my belief that all his co-conspirators needed to be held accountable. The monsters are still out there abusing other people, I said. Why they have not been named and shamed yet is beyond me. Right after Epstein's death, Maxwell had disappeared. Unconfirmed reports placed her in California, Massachusetts, France, and Israel. But all anyone knew for sure was that she was in hiding. Even her own lawyers said they did not know her location, and they refused to accept service on her behalf of 3 lawsuits filed by Annie Farmer, Jennifer Arias, and third survivor's sister, identified only as Jane Doe. That meant that even as federal prosecutors assembled a case against Maxwell, she couldn't be arrested until someone actually found her. Finally, investigators used a tracker on one of her mobile phones to zero in on a remote 156-acre property in Bradford, New Hampshire. On July 2, 2020, the FBI broke through her locked gate and announced themselves at her front door, telling her to open it. Instead, she fled to another room, so they broke in. She was arrested and charged with 6 counts that included transportation of a minor with intent to engage in criminal sexual activity and perjury. The perjury charges were personally satisfying for me because I'd enabled it. The government was alleging Maxwell had lied under oath in her depositions we'd taken in my defamation case against her. The other charges alleged that from 1994 to 1997, Maxwell helped Epstein recruit, groom, and sexually abuse girls as young as 14 years old. These initial charges mentioned 3 unidentified minor victims, though I was not among them. Because of the pandemic, Judge Allison J. Nathan held a virtual bail hearing for Maxwell in July of 2020, with all the participants appearing remotely. 2 victims spoke. Annie Farmer called Maxwell a sexual predator who'd groomed and abused me and countless other children and young women. And a prosecutor read aloud a statement from the other victim, referred to as Jane Doe. Without Ghislaine, this woman said, Jeffrey could have not done what he did. Prosecutors had made clear that Maxwell knew how to evade detection. While still in hiding, she had changed her email address and registered a new phone number under the name G-Max. She also held passports from France and Britain and had bank accounts that totaled as much as $20 million. So she would have a relatively easy time fleeing if she wished to. Judge Nathan denied Maxwell bail. The day after Maxwell's bail hearing, I was interviewed on CBS This Morning by Gayle King. I said that Maxwell could smell the vulnerability of the young girl she recruited, and I asserted that the way Maxwell used her femininity to give girls a false sense of safety made her worse than Epstein. While Epstein was a sick pedophile, Maxwell was vicious, she was evil, I said. Put it this way, Epstein was Pinocchio, and she was Geppetto. She was, King interjected, pulling the strings? Yes, I answered, she was pulling the strings. King asked, what would justice look like for you? I would like to see Ghislaine stay in jail forever, I said. I would like her to apologize for what she's done to me and so many others. Does the buck stop with Ghislaine Maxwell, in your opinion? She asked. No, the buck stops when every single monster gets held accountable and our children are safe, I said. Not just my monsters, but all the monsters, and we need everyone's help. 2 weeks later, Judge Loretta Preska, who was presiding over ongoing decisions related to my defamation suit against Maxwell, gave us a little help when she made a public second batch of documents from my case. This batch included flight logs from Epstein's private jets, police reports from the 2005 to 2008 investigation of Epstein in Florida, a set of emails dated January 2015 between Epstein and Maxwell, and emails from me to the FBI in 2014, including one in which I expressed interest in pursuing a case against Epstein and proving, as I put it, how much pedophilia occurred. The email was just another reminder of how much time had passed while I and other survivor sisters begged law enforcement to bring these people to justice. In August 2020, I had what's called an anterior cervical discectomy. Doctors at Sunnybank Private Hospital in Brisbane went in through the front of my throat and removed a shattered disc. Then attached metal swivels in my neck to allow me to continue to have some mobility. As I healed, I posted about the ordeal on Instagram, showing my post-surgery bruises and thanking my supporters for helping me get through it. I'm too tough for something like this to take me down, and I got a bionic spine out of it, I wrote. I was not permitted to fly afterward, so when I was released from the hospital, Robbie and I drove 6 hours back to Cairns. But as my body mended, everything hurt. I was taking strong painkillers, but trying not to rely on them too much. Knowing how drugs had helped me escape from my reality in the past, I worried about their allure. My determination to resist that temptation, however, would soon waver. In September, the Broken podcast that I'd helped report went live. But I didn't listen to it. I was too zoned out on oxycodone. I grew up a tomboy, climbing trees, making mud pies, and splashing in ponds, so I know what happens when you turn over rocks that haven't been disturbed in a long time. When daylight hits the creepy crawly things underneath, it makes them squirm. When the deposition in which I named the late MIT scientist Marvin Minsky among my abusers became public, for example, a colleague of Minsky's blasted out an email to a mailing list for MIT's Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Laboratory. In the email, renowned computer scientist Richard Stallman suggested that I had been a willing participant in my encounter with Minsky. Stallman questioned whether Minsky applied force or violence, and seemed to be arguing that if he did not, I must have opted in. The most plausible scenario is that she presented herself to him as entirely willing, Stallman wrote of me. Stallman was criticized by some who received this email, but still it was clear that not everyone agreed that the girls and women whom Epstein and Maxwell trafficked to others were victims who deserved compassion. They took the money, didn't they? Was the most common refrain from people in this camp, as if someone can't be victimized while being paid $200. While I wasn't pen pals with people who believed these things, their opinions reached me through social media and occasionally through email. My point? Stallman wasn't alone in his skepticism. Just as Stallman defended Minsky, many friends and colleagues of MIT Media Lab director Joichi Ito defended him after it was revealed that he had cultivated a close and lucrative relationship with Epstein. Ito apologized, and for a little while it appeared he kept his job. Then the New Yorker revealed just how extensively Ito had worked to cover up Epstein's visit to the MIT campus, as well as Epstein's direct donations and donations that Epstein had helped prompt from other people. One day, after that article ran, Ito resigned. The chips were beginning to fall for other men who'd been connected to Epstein too. A month after Ito's downfall, Brown University, who'd hired an MIT fundraising official who'd worked with Ito to cultivate Epstein, put that official on leave to make sure his behavior could be reconciled with Brown's core values. Harvard University, which had received over $9 million in gifts from Epstein, would soon shut down its program for evolutionary dynamics after investigating the link between its director Martin Nowak and Epstein. The ripples of Epstein's public shunning were soon being felt outside academia as well. Leon Black would resign as chief executive of Apollo Global Management, and Jess Staley would resign as CEO of Barclays Bank, both after inquiries into the two men's relationships with Epstein. And it wouldn't be long before Melinda French Gates would tell CBS's Gayle King that while there were a number of factors that led her to divorce her husband of 27 years, Bill Gates, his work with Epstein was definitely one of them. I did not like that he had had meetings with Jeffrey Epstein. No, I made that clear to him, Melinda would tell King, adding that she herself met with Epstein exactly one time because she wanted to see who this man was. Her reaction, I regretted it the second I walked in the door. He was abhorrent. He was evil personified. My heart breaks for these women. If only everyone felt such empathy for Epstein's victims. In December 2020, The Telegraph ran a story about me that was headlined, Prince Andrew's accuser was a prostitute paid off by Jeffrey Epstein, court papers allege. Based on a recorded conversation between a New York publisher and the tabloid journalist Sharon Churcher, who was trying to sell a book, those court papers implied that I was making up allegations as a form of blackmail, only seeking to get paid off. In my darkest hours, especially when the pain in my neck immobilized me, reading headlines like those cut me to the quick. The fact that I suspected this was my critics' intent, call her a whore, that'll shut her up, didn't make it any easier to read. 10 days before Christmas 2020, when I was really struggling, I recorded a video of myself that I shared on Twitter. I'm not asking for a pity party, I told my followers, who numbered more than 100,000. I don't want that. I just want to know I'm on the right path and helping people. Some days it's just, at that point, my voice cracked and tears filled my eyes. I'd spent so long believing that it was my responsibility to demand accountability from those who had hurt me. But to the extent that meant repeating what had happened to me again and again and again as if on a tape loop, I wasn't sure how much more of that I could take. It's hard, I said to the camera. I just feel quite alone. Still, there were other, less lonely times that I sensed I was part of a movement that was forcing positive change. On January 14, 2021, L Brands shareholders filed a complaint alleging that Leslie Wexner, among others, created an entrenched culture of misogyny, bullying, and harassment at the company. They also said Wexner, who had stepped down as CEO the previous year to return to his mansion in New Albany, Ohio, had breached his fiduciary duty because he was aware of abuses being committed by Epstein. Among other things, Epstein was alleged to have preyed on Victoria's Secret's models, and shareholders claimed this caused a devaluation of the brands under the company's umbrella. 6 months later, in July, the company settled, pledging to invest $90 million to clean up its act, improving sexual harassment and anti-retaliation practices, and ceasing to enforce non-disclosure agreements that had silenced women victims in the past. Not even a year later, a singer and former American Idol contestant named Jax released an ode to body positivity that quickly climbed the pop charts. I know Victoria's Secret, she sang, and girl, you wouldn't believe. She's an old man who lives in Ohio, making money off the girls like me, cashing in on body issues, selling skin and bones with big boobs. I know Victoria's Secret. She was made up by a dude. Victoria's Secret's new female CEO soon wrote Jax a letter, thanking her for raising important issues one by one. One by one, some of Epstein's inner circle were being called out. if I had played even a small part in that, I thought maybe I could keep going. And we're through 34, you guys. We made it through 34. Hello. Hello from Germany. What about women being predators, not being charged? Yeah, there's definitely women predators. I've noticed a lot of teachers that, women teachers who have been arrested for stuff. You guys, so the next chapter, I'm not going to read it tonight because I'm tired. The next chapter, you guys, is chapter 35, and there's only 38 chapters in total. We're almost done, so we have 35, 36, 37, 38, and we're done. Oh my goodness, we're getting there. Hi, Sos. We're getting there, you guys. Just like the white winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, ooh. Just like the white winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, ooh. When the days go by like a strand in the wind, in the web that is my home, I begin again. Said to my friend, baby, nothing else matters. He was no more than a baby then. Willie seemed broken hearted, something within him. But the moment that I first laid eyes on him, only said, oh, there's a little bug from that plant. 17, just like the white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing, so ooh, baby, ooh, so ooh. Just like the white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing, ooh, so ooh, so ooh. But then suddenly, there was no one left standing in the hall. Yeah, in the moon, hold on, baby. I'm making you dinner. It's a little bit late, but you're getting it. Just like the white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, ooh. I want some cheese. Bella, one spoon of cold press at bedtime. Okay. I know. Nobody's being prosecuted. No one. I love this cheese. It's dying. My battery. Look at him. He wants a piece. You want one, baby? Good cat. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, my son hasn't even opened this mozzarella. I'm going to eat it. You hungry, Bubba? You hungry, Bubba? I need to do a big grocery shopping. I gotta go switch this out. Come on. I'm turning the AC off. cold. I'm making you dinner, baby. Hold on. Hold your butt. Hold on, guys. Ugh. Okay. Hold on, love bugs. Hold on. Did I give you? Yeah, I gave you your probiotics today. I did. I'm just gonna have to do laundry tomorrow. I could do it late tonight. You know, I got up an hour early, and I feel like I literally feel like the time went so freaking fast. I need to buy him some more lamb. I need to buy you some more lamb butters. You get that? I have bedding to wash. Oh, I gotta get you some more fresh pet too. Why do you always get eye booger sauce? I can't have that. Oh my gosh, this is oh, you have some lamb left in here. Grandma forgot. Yes, I made you lamb last night. You got some in here, see? Yes, you do. We have little leftovers. That's right. I forgot. Grandma made you some lamb last night. Oh, hold on, baby. Let me mix it up, okay? Let me mix it up, okay? God, he eats it so fast, too. I wish this dog wouldn't eat so fast. So I wish he wouldn't eat so fast, Bubba's. Don't eat so fast, stinky butt. Hold on. You're not even eating. I'm not giving you those marrow bones anymore. I'm not doing it. If you're just gonna waste them, those things are like $13.99 a bag. Those marrow bones. Those marrow bones are like $13.99 a bag, you guys, and they get like 4 in there. I should just go to a butcher. Is that good? I put your joint stuff in there, your joint drops. Yeah, you got your joint drops in there and your fresh pet. I am fat. No, you're not. You're not fat. Tropical Storm Bertha, really? Heart health, house of sleep, house of natural weight loss. Ooh. What is the weather like over there? It's been it's been hot here, girl. It was 90 the other day, 89, 90 in some areas. We need a meeting with you, City of Peace. Yes, we should. We should do like City of Peace. Are you a member? I was gonna say we should do like a panel together, you know? Hey, Phyllis. We should do a panel together. You're not dying. 27 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. I need to get my... If you guys don't mind, you can watch the videos because they won't release a check. YouTube doesn't release a check until you hit the what you call it of $100. Like you have to, unless you have $100, they won't give you a check. So, what's it called? I forgot what they call that. I always forget. Sosa, I know you're not allergic to anything in there. Why do you always do that? Threshold. No, threshold? Yes, I think it's called threshold. I think I got that right. Yeah? Oh my goodness gracious, dog. You're killing me, dude. My son's gone this weekend. So it's just me and Sos. We're on our own, huh? We're on our own. Okay, I got that. Got my hair tie. Got the book. I'm kind of tempted, you guys, to read the book. I'm kind of tempted to finish it later. 90 Fahrenheit, 32. Yeah, that's hot. Very seldom. Really? It doesn't get that hot over there? What? What's on you? Come here. We got something on you. Come here. You got eye booger. Hold on. I gotta wash my hair. So, Sagada eye boogie. So, Sagada eye boogie. I gotta wash these ice cubes in the morning. I know. You want to go out. I know. I know, Bubba's. You want to go outside. What should I have for dinner tomorrow night, guys? What should I make? Should I make breakfast for dinner tomorrow night? What do you think? Maybe have eggs, potatoes. I like the canned potatoes. Have you guys ever had the canned potatoes? They're good. I like frying them really crispy, but I'm not a big bacon person. I like it sometimes, but why won't this lipstick come off of the straw? That kind of pisses me off. Tomorrow I could make like toast. I did buy that gluten-free stuff to make pancakes with. I could make pancakes. Eggs and pancakes. Ooh, that sounds good. Eggs and pancakes and potatoes. That would be good. Rice sauce, you think that'd be yummy? Are you visiting with everybody? Huh? Are you? Are you? Are you visiting? Are you keeping the chat company? So you be my star, huh? Will you be my YouTube star? Start earning me a paycheck? A lot of people do use their pets for views. I wouldn't do that to Sosa. I wouldn't do that to my boy, huh? No, Sosa needs to have a normal life. You know, people do it with their kids. Some people use their kids for content. I would never, ever. I don't think that should be allowed, you guys. I do not think kids, look at him, he's laying there like such a good boy. I do not think parents should be allowed to use their children for content on social media. Especially people like Gabrielle Jacobson, who puts all of her son's medical information on her channel. It's disgusting. She puts all of his medical chart, everything on there. Aww. City of Peace, you're so sweet. I just think that's messed up. Like, when he gets older, like he's going to have a digital footprint before he even realizes it, you know? I have been eating hash browns mixed with eggs, breakfast sauce. Ooh, oh, one of my residents brought me, it was kind of late for breakfast, but I still ate it. She brought me homemade tortillas and eggs, but they had this spicy stuff in it. I can't remember what she called it. And then some potatoes that were really good too. What, honey? What do you want? It was Spanish food. You want one of these? You want a tender meatball? Real beef is the first ingredient. One more, okay? What time is it, guys? Hold on. We still gotta go for our walkie poo. It's 10:30 already. We gotta go for our walkie poo, huh? Are you too tired? Honey, I don't want to take you if you're too tired. Are you too tired? I don't know, because the last walk we went on, do you want to go outside? Wanna go for a walk? Wanna go outside? Do you have to poo? Come here. Wanna go outside, baby? So, do you wanna go outside? You're not getting any more treats. No. You just ate. No. Not happening. I don't know. Do you wanna go outside, honey? I don't want to take him if he's too tired, you know. And both of his lights that I got off of Amazon don't work anymore. It pisses me off. It's like, dude, seriously? Like, I mean, yes, they're cheap, but I mean, the lights, they're pretty reasonably priced, you know, but they should last longer than a couple months, that's for sure. I need to fill up your water cup, honey. If it's nice, maybe I'll lay outside tomorrow. I have to get some cinder blocks for my back patio so I can extend it out a little bit, you know? Hey, quit begging. Go. 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 Over there. Stop begging. Oh, no, I don't, Anitra. Go. Quit begging, Sos. I did close it, yeah. I mean, no one was sending postcards, and it was costing me a lot of money. But I would love to get more postcards, letters. I like sucking on it. It's on your head, so. I think we're gonna go for a walk. You wanna go for a walk? Are you guys excited for the ending? It's so sad though that she's not here anymore, you guys. You know? It breaks my heart that she's not here anymore. I was gonna say that, Anitra. I trust you. I know. Me too, Donna. I trust Donna and Lexi too. Robert, of course. I am a natural brunette, yes. Okay, I'm gonna put these down. That's enough. I hope my son made it there safe. I wish he'd call me or text me at least, you know, and say, hey Mom, I made it. A little shit. You know, really, dude? You should at least text your mom and say, hey Mom, I made it, I'm safe. Because it's like a 3-hour drive, you know, where he went. Kids, man, I tell ya. They make spicy white cheddar Cheetos now. Did you know that, you guys? They make the spicy ones now. I know, so you want to go. I know, babies, you want to go. It's probably cold out there. You know that? I should look. It's probably pretty chilly. I guess it was too much for her. Yeah. Well, I don't think she did it to herself, huh? She said she was not in that frame of mind, you know? She didn't do it to herself, I don't think. Um, I was hoping maybe that she just got put in witness protection and that maybe they just made it look like something happened, but good. Don't ask me any weird questions. Thank you. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go. I've been on here a while. Sosa's ready for a walkie poo. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me this wonderful Friday night. Maybe Sosa and I will come live tomorrow during the day. I kind of want to hit some garage sales tomorrow, you know? I would like to hit some garage sales. Now there's too many cords back here. Grandma wants to hit some garage sales, but I really don't want to leave him alone tomorrow. I'm going to have to go get my nails done though. I need to go through my cupboards. And I really want to organize. I want to go down to my storage shed, take some shit down to my storage shed. You got Cheetos on you, honey, in your fur. I want to take some stuff down to my storage shed, you know, and clean out my cupboards, get rid of some stuff, do laundry. I got some stuff I got to do. Yes, thank you. You too, Anitra. Robert, have a good night. You're having your birthday party for your son tomorrow? Aw, what time, honey? Well, you can always watch the replay, I guess, huh? You wanna go outside? Look at, he's such a good boy. So when my son and I walked him last night, we let him off the leash. And he stayed right with us. He's such a good boy, huh? You wanna say goodbye to everybody? Huh? You wanna say bye-bye? Want to say bye-bye, everyone? Sosa, say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Do you want to say bye-byes? There's my laundry. You want to say bye-bye, honey? Turn around. Look. Say bye. Look right here. Right here. Okay, Sosa. Sosa? Are you playing with the full deck? I'm just kidding. Okay, guys. I love you. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. God bless you guys. Sweet dreams. Sleep with the angels. And I'll see you tomorrow. We are going to finish that book tomorrow. I'll come on in the daytime at some point. Maybe make breakfast or something. And then at the nighttime, maybe we're going to get that book finished this weekend. And then we got to pick another book for... Hello from Mexico. Hello, Victor. Good night. What was I going to say? Yeah, then we're going to pick the next book. So I'll put up a poll, but you guys got to give me some names of some books, and then I'll put the name of the books in the poll, and then people can choose which one they want the most. Okay? Peace. Bye. Okay, Bubbas, we're going.